rescue, revamp, create. The Art of Drum Synthesis. The new course is available at Letsynthesize Academy.
Yo, Dan Larson here. Today I want to analyze the Mefjus remix from Simula Angels. Let's jump right into it. Right, so here is Mefjus remix, and there are some really interesting things here. Let's start with the intro. Nice atmospheric pad with a little arpeggiator or whatever in the background. And the vocals, everything is rising up with some rolls, drum rolls. Love this amen pre-drop, but the interesting parts start here. Okay, so I'm jumping a little further, because here is the thing that sounds like a regular roller bass. I made a few videos about how to make rollers, so you can click them here, but the interesting part to me here is that this bass contains this sound as a layer. But obviously with some different filtering. So that is layered on a compressed sine wave. I'm sure that you can clearly hear the vibrating noise under the sub and an extra noise oscillator, probably inside serum or whatever, that sounds like a metallic kind of very high frequency FME kind of thing. And all together these three sounds, so the compressed sine, the noise oscillator and this roller bass, sounds really, really great. I love it. And I bet these two sounds again is the same, but with some different filtering or different frequency on the additional sine wave. Because if you check that video, I explain how the frequency of the extra sine wave and how all the other oscillators with distortion and extra effects add together to create a very nice roller kind of thing, that if you change some parameters, you can achieve, I bet you can achieve this kind of sound. This is another interesting part, because I'm sure that you can hear that there is a vocal, and also you can hear that bass at the end. And it is so cool because the vocal and the bass plays the same notes, but there is an interesting effect in the background. Ew, ew. And I guess it is some sort of phaser effect, because in the next iteration of this, here you can clearly hear that this is a phaser. With some really high feedback on the phaser. Can't really decide if it is on the bass or only on the vocals or on the full group, I don't know. But somehow how it adds together is really exciting. And also this sound. So I can't really decide if it is a rate redux effect on one oscillator or one layer of a sound, or these are two different oscillators from the synth. Because I can clearly hear that there is a higher frequency and a lower frequency one, and the extra sub, I guess. Yeah, I bet you can hear the higher frequency stuff. Another interesting part here is this sound. This effect that plays basically all through this sequence here. So basically this is what he did. So this is a sound that you need to focus on. It starts with the clap. And here it's just going really low with the LFO. So it's very simple to do in Serum, by the way, and it fills up the background so nicely. You just use whatever noise, be sure to high pass it, so you don't want to have the full spectrum, it's just too much. So this is enough, but I think going higher is even better. Okay, so you set up an LFO on the level and just use an LFO2 to control the rate. So as you can see here, the rate of LFO1 based on LFO2. And also in the effects, to make it really wide, I use the Haas effect, so 1 on the left and 8 on the right. And this is really cool because it fills up the background so well. Let me show you. So if I right click on the width knob, we can choose on the side or mid. You can hear how wide that little thing is, filling up the background so well. Nice little additions. These little ear treats are so important to make exciting sounds in exciting songs. Transition 16 bars. Drum rolls and atmospheres, nothing too fancy here, and he gets back with the same drop basically. But this FME kind of thing is so wild. Starts on a really high pitch, so I guess this is not only FM that modulates here, but the pitch too. So of course he filters the sound when we get to the end of here, but also plays with the pitch on this sound. Again, sounds like a regular roller, but with some crazy pitch. So cool. The same melody as the vocal. And the bass itself is nothing fancy. I bet this is a saw wave with lots of unison voices, band parts or low pass and distorted. So this is all here, really simple sound. And this is again a nasty one with some huge boost in the mids. It can be achieved really simply by just boosting the mids on a filtered and distorted saw or something like that. This is an exciting sound again. I think this is a noise or a reverb tail of something, but with a huge boost on the feedback of the phaser. Also drags the pitch of the whole sound. Maybe it is a sample, so the dude resampled something and played with the pitch, but at the same time the phaser gives a really cool touch to it. Like a vibrato. So cool stuff. So very minimalistic, but lots of details, lots of little things here and there. But at the same time it is simple because the dude builds up the whole stuff around different rollers, and that is so clever. I love it. And basically here the whole song, the whole drop starts again with some different arrangements. Right, so if you enjoyed this, you can support me on Patreon and click here for my academy if you want to dig deeper into music productions. See you guys next time. Peace.